Hello, everyone, and welcome to SHITE, episode 2 of series 3. And it's TNA Final Resolution 2005 with myself, Andy Ogden, and coming from the Serengeti of Liverpool, it's Matty Edwards. Hello, Matty.
Hello, Andy. I like that introduction there, mate. Quite formal this time around. I think last month was a bit. I can't remember what it was, but I was a bit steady on. That was a bit better. But I wasn't going to do a pounce period impression there, Andy. I think you were setting me up for that. But maybe later on, mate, or maybe yourself can throw one in as you like to, mate. But good as always to be with you, and yeah, can't wait to talk all things Jeff. When we get to that main event.
All caps. I think last time I did call you the big bad bootle daddy.
That was it, yeah. See, I'm from the south, Andy, not the north. That's where it wasn't the fact that you called me a big bad bootle daddy. It's the fact that you're saying I'm from the north of Liverpool. But anyway. So I do love the north of Liverpool, by the way. Just got to get that disclaimer out there.
Oh, Liverpool, great place, great drinking city, as I will find out soon. But anyway, TNA Final Resolution 2005 on January 16th from Orlando, Florida. Two different attendances are given here, 750 on Cage Match and 875 on Wikipedia. Who do you believe?
Is that the the talent and the backstage personnel? That 125, you know what I mean? But the Impact Zone, though, Andy, it's we talk about like MSG and we talk about other arenas, the ECW arena, the 2300 arena now, but regardless, it's the Impact Zone, mate. It had that little bit of legacy, that little bit of history, didn't it?
It did, and on this evening, it looked packed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They always were. Listen, I'll be mentioning this a lot during the show. They always brought it, though. And some of the chants that you think that are still prevalent today started in the Impact Zone. Like the fans that literally went there like every week, like got something going. Because sometimes it'd just be tourists, wouldn't it? Just getting shuffled in for nothing, and just like literally just going to see like the Jurassic Park ride, and the next minute they're in front of a DDP match or something. It's just random, isn't it?
Yeah, always one of my favourite like highlights of watching the match was the Hogan Sting match from that Bound for Glory. Just see PCW promoter Stephen Flood stood front row with a British flag, and because he used to go to a lot of them shows, and you say about the Impact Zone, it's very much like the US version of Volk in Preston, which PCW ran, with the chants and just like proper hardcores and freeloaders as well, similar to the Impact Zone. Can it be said though, 2005 is TNA's IWC best year as a company?
Yeah, well, you've got the triple threat match, haven't you? The absolute Stonewall IWC go-to of Samoa Joe, Daniels, and AJ, isn't it? And then it is, Andy. You've got obviously Kurt Angle's 2006, isn't he? What else happens in 2005? Then it's basically just them three, isn't it? It's Joe, it's Daniels, it's AJ. But AJ was always Mr. TNA. Abyss. Listen, I think we said that on a couple of our shows, like when he's been brought up, like underrated Abyss. Early doors, don't get me wrong, he phoned it in the end with the injuries and the formula and stuff, but them first like 6 to 8 years, Andy, I'm telling you, mate, like he was good, lad. He was really good. Important to him, and AJ, like I'm saying there, had great chemistry, absolutely great chemistry. But even like as you the tag team, it was what we say about like, and JP even says like when we used to cover TNA more in depth, you just base it around your 3 belts, don't you? And your champ, and that's what they done on this show. Your tag team belts, your X division, your world title. You have them set in stone, and you go from there, mate. But I mean, I don't want to jump ahead, but that tag match, mate, can't wait to talk about that.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, 2005 TNA's IWC year, and it's similar around the time of ROH, and it's coinciding with the supposedly 20 years of shit of WWE at that time. And people,
that remark, Andy, I resent that 20 years of shite. I mean,
it's wrong, isn't it?
It's proper over the top, like it is. And I get it's a buzz phrase and stuff like that, and it can be said because it wasn't like the glory days, but. You know what I mean? Not everything's great, as a wise man once said, but you know, there's plenty of crap in there. Don't get me wrong, that Andy, but that's everything in it. But there's plenty of good stuff and hidden gems and certain characters and matches, etc. But this is, as you say, though, this is the time of like it's been launched like a few years earlier. Everyone's settling down. Ring of Honor's on the up. It's going to shows over here more and them branching out to come over here, especially Ring of Honor at the time. Getting there and, as you're saying, just being them hardcore fans on the forums, which we all were, and in the bubble, which we still are, you know, proudly, Andy, you know, as much as I'm
and in Mike's wrestling shop as well, which
mate, like, you're not a real wrestling fan if you didn't go to that shop, Andy. I hope you're with me on that, mate. That is like unbelievable stuff. Like traveling, as you say, I was traveling to get these TNA pay-per-views on DVD. Like I remember when TNA first launched. And like Gary and Crewy were getting like the actual VHSs sent over and stuff like that. But going to Mike's to get these first 3-hour pay-per-views, like 2004 into 2005 here. Glory days, mate. Absolute, like, just the peak, really.
Yeah, and I think this era of pay-per-views as well was when the Wrestling Channel was like proper
purely
getting into TNA. I know they showed the weekly shows, but it was this era when, you know, the Kings of Wrestling with Scott Hall and Nash and what have you. When that was coming in, that was when it was becoming popular on the Wrestling Channel. And at the same time in the UK, you had your super shows, and FWA was dying, and Alex Shane had gone into super shows and promoting like ROH at the Olympia in 2006. So
yeah.
It's that alternative, even for the British fan, right? Yeah. TNAs are awesome. We're going to ride it,
and that's it. And like you're saying there, it's even people like in 2005. Just thinking back there, it's like your Christians coming over, weren't it? At the back end of the year, he made his TNA debut, and that was a big deal because it's like someone like Christian who amazingly is still a part of AEW today, Andy, like 21 years later, which is remarkable. But that was the original, wasn't it? Like Christian's underused in WWE. Like he and to be fair to him, I've always been a fan of Christian, always have. Never turned me back on him, Andy, in one day. Like some people go back and forth on him, but he'll remain nameless, them people. But it's like, you know, he did get over. He was getting organically over. He tried the John Cena stuff. They had a Jericho in there, and it was like, obviously didn't get the trust off the company, so we thought, fuck this, I'll go over there to TNA. And when he did arrive in TNA, it was a big deal, and that's where he sharpened everything up, could prove that what a mic worker in TNA, especially, and some of the character work there. And even then, when he went back to WWE, it took him a few years, and until his partner / fake brother Edge gets injured, that he gets his chance then. So it just shows you, doesn't it, like what a character he was. And the Dudleys as well, Team 3D. Come over there in 2005. So there's a lot of that, but you're right. I just think it's 2005, and I go back to everything we said there: Wrestling Channel, mics, forums, IWC, just part of it all, mate. But I was still there watching Raw and SmackDown, mate. So you know what I mean. Hopefully, you was yourself there, Andy.
Well, no, I was myself, but I was very much TNA and ROH over the Fed in that period. But
apologies.
Different strokes for the different folks. So this show is actually rated 6.73 out of 10 on Cage Match. Now, listeners, you're wondering why we've chosen this for Shite. Well, there's reasons which
there's fucking reasons, Andy. There's reasons, mate. You know, the chocolate bar you get, the little dark cubes of chocolate. Yeah. There's reasons, mate. Yeah.
But before we get into the pay-per-view, as ever on this show, let's find out what was the music of the time. So UK #1 single, Matty.
So your 2000. So we're going into what date's this? January
16th, 2005. Right.
So your Christmas #1 in 04 was Band-Aid, was it? That's all, yeah. Band-Aid come out in 04. Yeah. So I don't reckon that's riding the wave up until Jan 16. We're in X Factor mode, but that's later on. Ooh, give us a clue. Give us the genre, please.
Rock and a roll.
Oh, is it? It's not Oasis Lila, is it?
No. Now, this is one when I looked online at who was #1. I was like,
Mike M. Is it Mike M? Welcome to the Black Parade.
No.
Oh, God.
It is Elvis Presley.
Which Little Less Conversation?
No, so that was a summer tune. This was One Night and I Got Stung. Now, this was part of when all Elvis's number ones were re-released as like 7-inch singles in like a box or weekly.
Yeah.
Obviously, RGF had them and then sold them at Vinyl Exchange. So, this when they were re-releasing quite a bit of them. So, yeah, that was the UK number one single, and it was also the 1000th UK number one.
Oh, listen, the king of the record there, fair play. If anyone deserved it, Andy, it is the man himself.
And UK number one album at the time.
Oof, gives another clue there.
Now, the clue here is, when I said about WWE had supposedly been shit for 20 years since its last good time in 2005, maybe 2004. Well, music was last good then in 2005.
Oh, this is Arctic Monkeys era. Are they too early there?
So here's another clue for you. One of the songs on this album is a popular tune at any wedding reception.
Oh, is it The Killers?
Yes.
Is it Somebody Told Me?
No, it's
Mr. Brightside. Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, so Mr.
Was I have to call it Mr. Badside, Mr. Shiteside, Andy? I'm not a fan of all this. I'm going to go in here, sorry. I'm going to go in. This is the era for me where, and listen, I fully am prepared for the pelters. I'm still stuck in 2003. I'm still stuck in new metal. I'm still stuck in the cast-offs, the post-grunge, the American shite that comes after all that stuff. I'm stuck in my way, so I fully accept that. But I never got into any of that, Andy. Like, I never got into the Arctic Monkeys, Killers, Kasabian, fucking all of that shit passed me by. It was just, but as you say, you couldn't avoid it on a night out, though, could you? Like at the time, and listen to this day now, but never for me all that, mate. I think I even went to house music. I used to go to like dance clubs around that time to avoid that.
Calvin Harris stuff, were it?
No, this was like local. Like this was like, once again it got popular. Remember, like, put your hands up for Detroit and all that. Yeah. But I was one of them people hearing that literally a year before it come out in the charts, because I'd be going to them type of clubs, which is random. People might associate me with going to Society and Garland's in Liverpool and stuff like that. But I was there all the time, Andy, every week.
Right. So the Killers' Hot Fuss was number one, and the rest of the top five was Scissor Sisters by Scissor Sisters. Cracking tune. I went to see him live that year as well.
Not for me.
Not for you. American Idiot by Green Day, that album.
Don't mind that song. Good song, that. Don't mind that song.
Not Wake Me Up When September Ends or Jesus of Suburbia.
No, actually, Boulevard of Broken Dreams on that. I like that song.
Yeah.
That's a good tune. Very good tune, that one.
Kasabian by Kasabian.
No. Reminds me of my sister-in-law. Love our Sharon, like, but she absolutely, and I mean, like, adores Kasabian, like, genuinely, like, never been a bigger fan that I've known than our Sharon.
Well, I will say, as a big Kasabian fan myself, first three albums, excellent. The Surge years, obviously, bad stuff what Tom, the other lead singer, did, and when they've gone into the Surge years, it's all gone a bit.
Well, no, I don't know, Kasabian Law, what's gone up? Like, did he left and Serge became not the singer? Did he become the singer?
Serge is the singer now.
Yeah, Jesus, I did not know that at all.
Yeah.
Did he ever sing beforehand or backing vocals or anything like that?
Well, yeah, he did a bit of backing vocals, but with Serge, I've actually seen him do his, I think his solo stuff at the Albert Hall in Manchester.
Yeah,
not bad, but you're always harking back to the old singer when it's the different from what they were in 2005, definitely. And also, number 5 was Franz Ferdinand by Franz Ferdinand.
Oh no, Andy, this is giving me PTSD, mate, to these nights out. Jesus Christ, lad. Franz Ferdinand. Yeah, Scissor Sisters, the Killers. Nah. Can't do it. Can't deal with it. Give me Creed, Godsmack, Taproot, Stained. I'm fucking even Nickelback out of them 5. But anyway.
But I will say it's probably my prime era of music, along with maybe a year or two after when the Klaxons and CSS had come out.
No, listen, Andy, and this might listen, and this is like I'll even open. This is the forum here for this. I fully understand. I don't embrace like certain movements and cultures, and it's not because I'm one of them that's like, oh no, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like following the trend type thing because I get that's what it is, but it just passes me by, mate. I'm so stuck in my ways and what I like. You know what I mean? I might like them in about 30 more years, Andy, and go like, fuck them. And I'll be telling people they were good, and everyone's like, yeah, I lived through that, Matt. You know what I mean? I'm just not one of them people, mate.
And one last fact as well, starting in this month, was Dragon's Den.
Fucking hell. Yeah. 20 years then? 21 years?
21 years, yeah.
Fucking, is Gary Neville still on it?
Yeah, he does odd appearances and what have you, yeah.
G-Nev 2. Awful.
Maybe the famous one who got the money on there was Levi Roots. And
legend. Absolutely legendary, yeah.
Reggae sauce and Caribbean Crush soft drink, or up there tier, top tier. Anyway, away from the music and Dragon's Den, it's back to the show of two dart matches, which are not on the pay-per-view, which were the Naturals defeating Sonny Siaki and Johnny B. Bad.
What a wild tag team that is. Sonny Siaki, the next Rock, the next whoever you want. Like, he was the next hope, wasn't he? Sonny Siaki. He was great on EWR, though. I remember I always using him in EWR. He was a cracker on that. But yeah, Johnny B. Bad getting the run out here. What's going on there, Andy?
I don't know. He was definitely in probably like his Jesus era.
It's a wrestler. It's a wrestler, isn't it? They've all had that Jesus era. Wait a minute. Let me just double check one thing here, because I don't want to. I'm usually pride myself on real names, and I'm just double checking this one because I just love the fact that Mark Meadows' real name is Mark Merowitz, isn't it? I just love that.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but it tickles me, and I love it so much.
When you were saying about EWR games, I bet if this were a tag team on there, it'd probably be a 10 on looks, wouldn't it?
Oh, mate, Sonny Siaki did have the look, didn't he? But he just didn't injure Kiwi proper finished him off, didn't he? Yes, and that was probably the end of him there. Or yeah.
What Flying Elvises, as he were part of, weren't he? Like
Jimmy Yang and Estrada, was it? Jorge Estrada, was it?
It might have been, yeah. And in the other dart match was Chris Candido defeating Cassidy Riley. Now, obviously, Candido, I think he was the manager.
The Naturals,
the Naturals, weren't it? And it
always sad, Andy. Like, that's one of the saddest. You know, every death's obviously sad in its own way, especially in this business when we were getting there every bloody week. But that was a sad one. Like, he was getting himself back on track, wasn't he? And he was doing this work, and he was always a good wrestling character, Candido, wasn't he? Knew what he was doing, you know what I mean? And just unfortunate with that clot, wearing in the leg and such, and getting that awful, like really sad behaviour. That, like, just harking back to it now, like, just proper sad, because he had dreams of going back to Fed, didn't he? And he might have got a run, you know, he might have got another run there. He was only in his early 30s, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Sad times, mate.
I remember it a bit, the Lockdown Cage or something, where it happened, like at one of the opening matches, where he's like
but then he's on TV and he's on the next set of tapings in the wheelchair in the cast. And then it's obviously when he flies home and such. It's terrible. So
let's get into the pay-per-view now. This is TNA and Barry Scott doing his great openings, didn't he, old Bazza? Not the silly bang guy.
I was about to say, he got the silly bang out.
You've got Don West and Mike Tenay on commentary, who are such a great duo together.
Unbelievable, like one of the best duos of all time, and it needs to be said that more often.
It's just great to listen to someone who's just. I don't think he wanted to know any of the results, did he?
He didn't. No,
he just wanted to.
Yeah, and listen, I don't think Tenay's the greatest play-by-play guy, if I'm being honest, because I love him in that third role, or have he been the second? You know what I mean? But he obviously he's great, but it's just the combination of the two that keeps it. Do you know what I mean? Because as you say, you got Tenay giving you the facts and giving you the moves and stuff like that, like he's known for, and then you've got Don West, like I say, just that enthusiasm, that like organic, like as you say, reactions and not wanting the results and wanting them, reactions to be off the cuff. Just what a guy, what a guy. But then as he more years he got into it, he started learning more as you do, and then he become even better himself. And yeah, just what a duo together.
It would have been funny if it was a result he wasn't expected, and went fuck off.
that one in the TNA in the Asylum, in it, where I think it's the SAT for Triple X, and he just gets on the announce table, go Red, go, doesn't he? And gets the fans going. So he loved Amazing Red, and obviously that was organic because he'd never seen nothing like it. And then he ended up being his manager, didn't he? Years later down the line because of stuff like that. But when he's just on there getting into it, that's just not written down. That's just him getting right into it. Brilliant.
So once we have a little bit of the opening, we go backstage now with Jeff Jarrett in his prime Noel Edmonds hair and shirt combo, and being interviewed here by one of your favourites, Matty. old Shane Douglas, old franchise himself. Is it fair to say this is Shane Douglas's best role?
No, listen, I love. I'm not saying his matches are the best of all time. I just love his mic work. I just love him, just fuming and just calling everyone out, old school shoot stuff and that. But even in WCW, Andy, because he was the first time was ECW Heatwave '98 where he's injured and he does commentary.
Yeah,
I remember Power Slam, especially in WCW as well, when he got injured there. He was on commentary every week. He was just amazing. He was so good because he was the typical understood the business where you're a heel, but you're still putting the other guys over who are a face because you what they're doing in the ring. You know what I mean? Whether it be whoever at the time, your Satins or whoever the feud with, Kidman and Reign stuff. He was a proper putting them down but building them up at the same time. It's masterful that. Don Callis when he was at his prime, maybe not as much today, but he's a master at that as well. He's toes the line of being in character but being that fair commentator. And this backstage role, he always had that that shocked look on his face, didn't he? What the wrestler said as they left and that. Just brilliant. Just in with a mic or a headset on all day long for me. Shane Douglas, one of the best to ever do it in that regard.
Plus, at the end of the day, especially with Douglas in ECW, if he got back fit, he'd want to work with them people to.
Of course, yeah, of course.
And that's how you draw money at the end of the day. But some wrestling companies don't want to do that, and they just want to fuck it all up. Never mind. Let's get into the matches now. As we start off with Frankie Kazarian, Matt Bentley, and Christopher Daniels, old SCU with Shawn Michaels' cousin / nephew, versus the Free Live Crew. Not one, but two, but the Free Live Crew. Couple of things, Matty.
Go on.
Prime Road Dog on Drugs era, this one, and memories of the Bentley Bounce.
I bet you were right into the Bentley Bounce, yeah. I bet you were absolutely laughing every second of it up. But listen, Road Dog era here as well. The first thing I think of, I always say with Free Live Crew, is the more. This is a positive about them. Charismatic group in the history of wrestling, Andy. When you put these three people together, the charisma, it's no, genuinely, and I'm no Conan fan, but he just oozes the charisma. That Road Dog, to be fair, oozes the charisma. R-Truth oozes it. Put them three together. There's no leader on the mic. You can all do it. It's wild that they just fit. But in ring, wow, rough. Conan, one of the worst in actual wrestling. Listen, Sacrilege, I haven't seen his peak Mexico stuff. I refuse to believe that even exists. Again, he was a big star in ring, whatever. Exist, no,
I've watched Worlds Collide. It was shit.
Yeah, same here. But one of the worst wrestlers. But that charisma on the mic and stuff like that, gotta give me. But on the other team, what a wild trio. Kazarian, awful. Always been terrible, Andy. Always been Mr. Freestar, just awful stuff. He's the epitome of it.
I've got to say with Kazarian, I know you mentioned he's Mr. Free Stars, but I saw him live a month ago in Blackpool, and you know what? He turned up with his working boots, and
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't get that with.
I'm not denying that, Andy.
To come over.
Yeah, I'm not denying he takes it deadly serious. He wants to give the fans entertainment. He's just never given me none in 20 years. That's all I'm saying. but on the other hand, Chris Daniels, like this world, once again, just seeing him, as you say there, maybe he's not going into like later on in the year what he'd become. Just seeing him with this year, I was like, I need to see the backstory to this. I need to go back and watch the weekly TV, because just seeing him with this. And Michael Shane was another one, early doors in the Asylum. Like he was just a young Shawn Michaels on the mic, his facials, the super kick, everything about him was just Shawn Michaels, really. But this match, Andy, I mean, listen, what can you say about it? Like the charisma. Conan, to be fair, does a decent little bit of chain wrestling, but that's all he can do. He does in this, and you get the stacked heart attack sidekick to win, don't you, instead of the clothesline for the lads. But what you say, Andy? Not great. Inoffensive, not even a hot opener, just there. The fans obviously into the Free Live crew, but yeah, anything else to say about it?
I was just thinking, Matty, a couple of things. I couldn't imagine you rocking the Conan look on the streets of Liverpool with the baggy kets and the pork pie hat.
I'd rather have a pack of Melton Mowbray pork pies in my hand, Andy, to eat them, you know what I mean, more than the hat. But yeah, no, the baggy jeans here as well gone. I had my Rockaway jeans, they didn't last that long.
They're back in though, like
baggy stuff's back in. And listen, yeah. I'll be honest, I was ahead of the game about a year ago. I thought, why am I, and not even as a big guy, this Andy, I was thinking, why am I wearing tight jeans? Like the epiphany I was having, like I'm nearly 40. Why am I wearing tight jeans? Like, I'm not comfy in these. Simple as that, really. I thought, nah. So I went back to normal, regular, straight cut jeans. Like, I haven't gone baggy, but I went back to having just that little bit of looseness, that little bit of comfort. Don't mind it. I never went slim jeans, though, really. When I lost a bit of weight, I did. I was always tapered, Andy, over slim, because I thought they give you a bit more room to maneuver.
You need a bit of air, don't you?
Oh, mate, these people, even like these skinny, well-built people, it's like non-sealed on, it's like varnished on, isn't it? What's going on with these kecks? Like, there's no need for it, though, is there? And then I'll go off on one now. And then you pair that with no socks and shoes, Andy. I mean, what are we doing? That's not comfortable. I don't give a shit what it looks like at this age now. How can you wear tight pants, no socks with shoes? Your feet must kill. And your fucking, as you say, your waist and your bollocks must be just killing you.
Oh, you like proper chafing, and your feet will be like sweating in them brogues, won't they?
Rubbing, mate. It's just all for a bit of fashion and to be noticed. What world are we living in? Like, as I say now, I obviously we still want to combine the two, a hybrid of the two, what it always should be, comfort and style. But you give me any, Andy. If I had a pair of like a luminous green shoes that were so comfy, I'd be like, fuck this, I'm wearing them every day. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get back to TNA.
Yes. Some of the stuff I liked in here was the double shoe dance. I think R-Truth and BG James did. And then they just laid the boots to Kazarian, which I thought was a bit of a heelish maneuver. The thing with Daniels being in this match, supposedly they'd split up with Elite Skipper.
Triple X.
In Triple X, yeah. Which he's in like the next match after this. But I thought as a match, 2 stars out of 5. It was okay for an opener.
If that, Andy, if that. And listen, we're rating it, yeah, even being generous for the charisma of the lads and the fans' interaction with that. But that aside, it was just there, really.
Next up, backstage segment with Dusty Rhodes on his truck.
Listen, I've watched all these. And I still couldn't understand what the fuck was going on, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, not a clue either.
Oh my God, it's Dusty Rhodes, like the sexiest man alive, with these 2 women after him. Like, what the fuck is going on? I was going to say Bill Alfonso making an appearance as he did. I forgot he come out the haystack in the back of the van. Whistling.
Straight down the middle, Denny.
Actually, and there Dusty was there, Andy, after all this time.
He was, yeah. I had it somewhere in my voice box. So yeah, Dusty's with Tracy Brooks, Trinity, and Johnny Fairplay.
Oh, what an absolute clown Johnny Fairplay was. Jesus Christ. Awful.
It's like they couldn't find Dustin Diamond and then just got Johnny Flair playing in a raffle.
But basically, like, I mean, we'll break it down as we go along. We'll try to. Dusty's he's chatting absolute shite at this point, Dusty, and he's like, what is going on here? Director of authority, he's like the authority figure, isn't he, the GM?
It's very much like, Mick Foley were a bit like this, where he'd always been some, like, random location.
That was good, though. That was good. Yeah. This is Dusty just thinking he's Tom Selleck in the 80s, like, just with these women falling all over him and getting them to do, like, a wild goose chase for clues. And as I say, we'll patch this up as we go along, Andy, because and the payoff, this is why TNA like gets the rep it does, and this is shite. Yeah, I'll say that early on.
Next up, match number 2 was primetime Elite Skipper versus Sonjay Dutt. Sonjay Dutt with some belting sideburns, but I'd also like to mention his fucking awful theme tune.
Mate, I just think like this. I've got like strong thoughts on both wrestlers here. I'll start with Sonjay Dutt. Like, he's a guy that done the tours over here, didn't he? He was always over here, wasn't he? All
FWA.
The time. He's one of them wrestlers that I epitomise with this era we're talking about. And I'd like to get like Benno's thoughts on Sonjay Dutt, because I don't know if he's a fan or not, you know what I mean? But I think he splits opinion. You can see that he's working hard, like you say, and all that. But I think he's just a bit of a tryhard. You know, I think he just tries a bit too much, but you can't deny the athleticism and stuff like that. And he is proper, like people say about spot wrestlers, he's the epitome of one, isn't he? Like, he genuinely is like the epitome. But on the other side, mate, Elite Skipper, if I had to write down my top 30 wrestlers' personal favourites, he'd probably be in there, like 25. I love him. I've always loved him since I've seen him in WCW. And then, like, but I always say, Andy, a wrestler like Elite Skipper, take what away? He should have been so much more for me. But you'll never take away one of the greatest moments in the history of professional wrestling.
Yeah,
is that cage walk, mate. It is one of the greatest things anyone's ever done. The absolute confidence, the little risk for reward that could happen there, like one little tiny half a slip, he's dead, isn't he? He's dead, or he's broke his neck, he's gone. Just the bottle to do that and to pay off the way it does. Incredible stuff, mate. Like, that's one of the greatest, and I love him. I do. Just love him.
But would you say he was very much a moves wrestler instead of... I don't think he really had charisma, except for the catchphrase, "Say my name, prime time, baby."
Yeah, and listen, he was a bit less as spotty as Sonjay Dutt, but I know what you mean. He just had the moves, didn't he? And he had the matrix stuff and all that. So he did have his spots in his own way, but I just think Sonjay pieced him, like, you know what I mean? You could see it was literally spot to spot with him.
I don't think he ended up in the Fed, did he?
Skipper, no, he done that. Was it Heartland with him and Sanders? Was it Heartland and stuff like that? HWA, but he done all that, but he never made it to TV.
Surprising, he never ended up in like their cruiserweight.
But he was another wrestler. He was a wrestler. Like, we do the opposite with the age game. He was older than you think when he come into it. You know, he was like mid-30s, really, in 2000. I'll have to go and check that, but he was like way older than you thought he'd be. You had him down as mid-20s, like, so let's have a look here.
Yeah.
When he was in WCW, he was 33.
Right. So, he was getting up to...
Nearly 40,
getting up to 40s nearly. So, this match, some great moves in this one. The whirly bird head scissors by Sonjay, which gets TNA. Elix with a springboard drop kick to Dutt in the back and off the top. We have an Elix spin kick to Dutt on the guardrail, misses Dutt, and somehow smashes his own leg off the guardrail.
I've got it down here, Andy, though. Sonjay Dutt loves a tilt-the-wheel reversal. He loves a tilt-the-wheel.
One thing he learnt in CZW when he was wrestling there. But the innovator of the buckshot lariat, Elite Skipper,
Yes.
Connecting this match. You have a sunset bomb by Dutt, but prime time. It's like a spin slam for the victory in this one.
He reverses the tilt the world, doesn't he, into the slam to win. That's what got that on my notes. Listen, this is obviously better than the opener, and it was a bit spotty, bit all over the place at times. But I think the action got this through. Andy, what would you go? I wouldn't go 3 stars on it. I've gone maybe 2.5, 2.75.
I went 3 stars on this one. I think
Generous.
It was a lot with TNA, was the X Division one, wasn't it? And this didn't outlast its welcome. And one thing you can say for this show is the crowd are on it for 3 hours.
Yeah, these are on point, the fans, like, definitely.
And I think that adds to the match. You don't want to see people sitting on their hands. You want them, really enjoying the action. And you always see them people in the crowd, with the towel.
Yeah, but
yeah,
all this said and done, the next 2 matches, Andy, we will get into them, mate, because I've got strong thoughts on these next 2. Fuck me.
Oh my word! So, what's it? So I think they have a video for He's Coming. Is it Willow or something?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff Hardy's an alter ego.
Willow the Wisp does a Ring of Honor spot, doesn't he? I'm sure he does. Ring of Honor, yeah.
So you have Big Kevin DDP in the back. State of Kevin Nash's hair. Gone are the days of long-haired Kev.
Yeah, he's not even big sexy here, is he? Like, fucking hell, he's
more unsexy than big sexy, isn't he? I'll tell you what, I used to work with someone at one of my old jobs, and she loved Kevin Nash. She borrowed one of them, the double VHSs where they had like superstar profiles for WCW.
I had that one, yeah. With Ric Flair, was it the Ric Flair one and Nash? I'm sure that was the.
It might have been, yeah. And I lent to that, and she kept it, never got it back.
Oh, bloody hell!
Fucking worth a few quid, them VHSs as well now. Anyway, so we have going into the next match now, which is Dustin Rhodes and Kid Cash.
Listen, no, stop. We can't gloss over this. There's certain things when a podcast, and sometimes I've got to call a halt. Dustin Rhodes versus Kid Cash. Why is that even booked? Like, seriously, why is that even a match that's existed? And I have to sit there and watch it. Like, honest to God, like, I mean, and I love wrestling for this, though, of having wrestlers like that you wouldn't expect, but fuck me, it tests you at times, this business, Andy. It does.
Were you ever like a Kid Cash fan in ECW?
You know what? No.
That's me told, isn't it?
Like, I enjoyed the stuff with Easy Money, but I was more of an Easy Money guy. I enjoyed the stuff with Rhino and such like that. But I would never, even his Fed run, his TNA run, I just always thought he was bigger and better than he was. And listen, I admire wrestlers for that. You've got to carry yourself, etc. But he just never, he's in, like, if I had to pick, he's in that list of like Chavo, Tommy Dreamer, Kid Cash that, like, I just don't, I've got nothing, whether it's hate, people think I hate Dreamer and Chavo, but it's like,
well, you're right too.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't even hate them. They just don't mean anything to me. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think of them. They're just boring more than I hate them. They're just so boring. He's in that for me. Kid Cash, it's like, I've never liked them. He's just never had a member, apart from the Easy Money stuff, but it's more Easy Money. But I don't know. He's just never been one of mine at all, Andy. Kid Cash. Yourself? David Jericho? No?
he's just come to think of it, I don't mind him, but it's more the theme tune, weren't it? Bang. And the one spot he did in the Hammerstein Ballroom where he went on that pile of lads, which I think they used on
the intro
to the TV show. But
wasn't he in the Pitbulls in WWE with Jamie Noble? Remember that?
He was, yeah. I think he's a prime 1PW wrestler as well.
I met him. I met him I met him in that night in the Crazy House where it was Road Dogg, Kid Cash, and Rhino. And to be fair, he was sound. Said, I remember his run as I think he said, I remember the SmackDown Cruiserweight title run more than he did, which was a good shot. To be fair to him.
But his TNA theme tune, there's no ball with the bar here, is there? They're not had the Jimmy artworks on it. It's
and the theme in the match is not ball with the ball, it's boring. That's what it is. This match, like, oh god. And Dustin Rhodes, this retcon that he's always been great. You know what I mean? I can't stand that. I mean, I cannot stand that he's always been this. Like, I get that he's had some rough runs, Andy. He's had some really rough runs.
Well, it's the beginning of a rough run, because you notice his wrestling attire here, and the top half of him,
Black Rain, isn't it?
It's Black Rain.
Yeah. Oh,
the old bin liner.
And Andy, honest to God, like, and this is not obviously, you know, his personal, is like what he said on the shoot interviews. Honestly, I've got to watch these old shoot interviews, Andy, you know, because when you're younger, you're just watching them and you're listening out for, like, you know, a bit more controversial stuff, aren't you? And a bit more like, oh, what are they saying about them? I want to watch these shoot interviews back with an older head to get the lies more, because I understand the business more. But honestly, that shoot interview he does just know for high spots, he's basically working for like the equivalent of Virgin in America, like fitting cable things. And I'm like, did that really happen? Because he went to Fed, he'd come back as Gold Dust, did he go to TNA? But this must have been, I don't know what year this is from, but I was like, fucking hell, like, God bless him that he's come back, and I admire that he's come back and had this renaissance. But to say he's always been great, no. That's a WWE shift for 20 years thing for me. The opposite of it. Do you know what I mean?
Ooh. Yeah, but because obviously the Goldust Booker T run, which we covered a bit of it last time, which that was a really
but I'd
good
say from
run.
04 until he comes back and has that match at Randy Orton in 2013. You've got a decade there, Andy, of
obviously
nonsense.
the tag matches against the Shield, weren't it, when they got Dusty in, and
Roman's in there, isn't he? You know what
I mean? Carrying the load.
But no, obviously he's a good, obviously, worker. You know, obviously he's done it since he was 20, but I've just never been like this, that he's been this amazing. Do you know what I mean? Not for me, you know what I mean? But, you know, anyway.
But this, I would say, when it does go into like the Black Rain era, if anyone mentioned it to him on Twitter, he'd instantly block people, because he don't. That's
and listen, if that reminds him of his personal, I get that. Yeah. That's fair play, mate. That is absolutely, like, God bless him, of course. But, you know, people can't, like, you know, Misty the rat, weren't it? His pet rat, wasn't it? Misty. I remember that. Yeah, just awful stuff.
So this match, so we have Kid Cash faking a knee injury, and ends up booting Dustin in the nuts. For me, and I've got this written down, easily a top 5 most hated spot is someone feigning a knee injury.
Yeah, you just know, because you've seen it that many times. You just know what it is, don't you? All the time. You just know it's an absolute setup and stuff like that. But so I'm still going back to Dustin Rhodes here, Andy. How bad's he in WCW when he comes back in like 2000 and that? Like,
oh yeah, with the chicken.
Oh, this needs to be studied, Dustin Rhodes. Like, you know, honest to God, like, oh,
Dustbin Rhodes.
Oh, Jesus Christ! But yeah, what was you? Sorry, my mind just going back to Dustin Rhodes.
We're on about feigning injury spots, and I think the thing is when it properly happens, you know, the crowd are like, it was fake last week and what have you.
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, it is.
I always think that's a shit thing to go through. There's a lot of atomic drops and like chop blocks in this match, isn't there?
It's just working the leg for so long. Like, I get it. We can tell stories, lads, working the limb, but fuck me, we know. Just get on with it. Just fucking get on with it. I did like the frog splash to the leg though by Cash. I enjoyed that little bit of difference than your usual spot you get on your leg, but it was work on the leg. Bulldog. 1, 2, 3. Dustin Rhodes wins at the end of the day.
What do you go ratings wise? What would you give it?
I mean, I didn't know we were doing ratings. I'll be fair, Andy, when I'm watching them, but I mean, 1.5. Like, it was terrible. Like,
yeah,
as I say, why is the match
1.25 here for me?
Why is it booked? Why are they feuding? You know, just everything about it. Then we get to the leg stuff, and yeah, just awful.
Well, if things can
listen, if that's awful, this next one, fuck me.
Things can only get better, as D Ream sang. As match number 4, Eric Watts versus Raven. So you have a video package.
Why is this match even happening?
Well, Eric Watts is supposedly DDP's best friend, and DDP's got beef with Raven. You have a video package to some knockoff version of We Will Rock You. Here's a question.
Go on.
Has Eric Watts always been the shittest Nepo baby act in wrestling, like Brian Pillman Jr. bad?
He's always been terrible. And listen, and it's one of them, it's like, he's just the most uncoolest man as well. Like, you know what I mean? When you look at him, how bad is his gear though? How bad is his gear? Jesus Christ. And listen, I get all that in the 90s and WCW. I get, we get it. It's happened for always happens, doesn't it? Getting a chance in the business. I'm not even having a go at that. It's the fact of 12 years later that he's turning up and he's still shit. You know what I mean? It's like
WCW, weren't it? Techno Team
2000, yeah.
I think he had another run in WCW.
He was always on Worldwide and Saturday night, wasn't he? Yeah,
and TNA, where he got quite a push here.
But you'd think for a dad who's so harsh on wrestlers, that he'd be harsh on his own son, and he never learned because he's still shit, as I say, 12 years. I didn't mind. The only time I didn't mind him was when I'm sure he was feuding with Don Callis over the authority stuff in TNA in early 04. It's still Asylum years. I didn't mind that because obviously I'm a sucker for a feud over the company, Andy. So I didn't mind that all authority stuff. So I didn't mind that to me. The matches were terrible, but I didn't mind the back and forth with Callis and him on the mic and stuff like that. But probably if I went back and watched it, it'd be absolutely terrible. But it's just, I can't look past his gear. I've got my notes here. What the fuck is this? Where's gear? What's doing that moonsault drop kick, but the other way off the top, that mule kick.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? Raven's rules, obviously, because he's this big genius. I was
going to say he's in peak condition era here, and also probably IQ era.
But Andy, how terrible is the choke slam? That he goes up for, he doesn't even go for it, does he? How shit it? Then he's got to do it again, hasn't he? Oh my God. And then you can tell him, he says sorry after the match, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then you get how shit's the bin shot and he falls off the stage.
Oh my God. It's like he waits there for 30 seconds for Raven to get up to the ramp and waits for the bin to come off him.
But then even when he takes the bin shot, I get looking where you're going to fall and land, but do it where he literally gets hit, he delays the reaction, and then he falls off the stage. It's fucking awful. This whole match from start to finish is one of the worst things I've ever seen. It is so bad. It is terrible.
-5.
Let me sell it again. Just to say how bad this is. It's Raven versus Eric Watts.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that on the marquee, do you? You don't want to be sitting there all week. You've had a hard week at work. You come home, you've saved all your money, you're going to this wrestling show, and you think, what's this? And you look at the marquee and you're going, Raven versus Eric Watts, Andy, because you're blind to the business and you're so loyal to it, and you get that delivered to you. Awful stuff. It's bad, mate. It is bad.
I couldn't believe Eric Watts won this. I didn't check the results. I only knew the results.
I never do that, Andy. For the show I can't remember or haven't seen before or whatever the case may be, I do the same. I go into it blind. It's part of the fun. But I couldn't believe it. But it's probably Raven trying to put someone over, being this genius in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially when he's feuding with DDP, who's in that.
And getting his heat back after the match. Yeah, of course. Good old Scotty.
I can't wait for the Eric Watts against Jeff Jarrett main event. That's surely coming up on an Impact, what they were running. My fucking God. Match number 5 now. It's Scott Hall versus Jeff Hardy with Roddy Piper as the special referee. At
this point, Andy, I've been watching Sopranos, haven't I, a lot? At this point, I thought to myself, am I having a fever dream here? Am I being Tony Soprano? Am I eating like him? Yeah, I am. Am I fucking finished like him? Yeah, I am. I thought, am I having these dreams like him? Yeah, I am. What the fuck's going on? Dustin Rhodes versus Kid Cash. Raven versus Eric Watts. And Elvis-clad Scott Hall versus Jeff Hardy with Roddy Piper as the referee. What's going on? What the fuck is going on here, Andy? No, seriously. What have I watched in the last hour? I can't. What?
We've got to mention the theme tunes here. Scott All Out to Marvelous Me, which is a great
belter. That is good.
Great tune. Hardy Out to Darkness, to the top. Were you a fan of Perrock's Y Gen?
No, not really. I liked one of his songs he had. What was it? I think it's about 2012, Run When He's a Heel. I didn't mind that song he had. Don't know if it's the same one. It could be. I don't know.
No, it's not that one. It's something else, yeah. Obviously, you got Hall and his Elvis Kings of Wrestling gear. But as well, this was a WWF jobber match, weren't it? With
it was, yeah.
And it was Razor and
a decade earlier, yeah. But
they didn't. I don't think they mentioned here or had some sort of video package to why Roddy Piper was the referee.
Just because it's Roddy Piper, isn't it? He just turns up when he wants. But this wasn't as bad as the other stuff because obviously you've got two over wrestlers there, but it was paint by numbers. This, Andy, it wasn't good by any stretch. But
I enjoyed the stuff with the foreign objects in Hall's jumpsuit where he kept trying to trick Piper and
of course. But I mean, it's way better than the two matches before it, but it still wasn't good. And Hardy wins, doesn't he? The old twist of fate. Hall takes it as a stunner, obviously.
Yeah.
You get the he's not taking a flat face bump, is he, at this point? And then he goes over for the swanton, and Piper does the thing. Yeah, just not good though. But and then you get Abyss. We mentioned him earlier, returning after. Always loved the shock treatment as a move, Andy. And he's doing his own fucking spining and he off that but it's a cracking move.
Yeah. Get Lene to do it to you one time. He likes his racks. But this is prime Scott Hall just getting a wage.
Taking the piss, basically.
Taking the piss, really. Yeah. But who can blame him? But I think going back to a show I've listened to yours on Grapple on the Patreon recently. Go and subscribe now. Which good was you mentioned about the Hall of Fame. Speech he did, and me and Jeff were there that night. That
belter
WrestleMania 30. So you had Scott Hall and Jake Roberts, fucking hell, tugging on the heartstrings, and obviously Mr. T and Warrior. But that Scott Hall one is a
Warrior's a big one. You were there though, Andy. That's big. That's a big one.
Yeah, a big one. That Jeff fell asleep to that one.
Listen, I fell asleep last year nearly when Triple H was waffling on for about 2 hours, like 4 a.m. I was like, wrap this up. Wrap it up, Hunter. Let's go, Paul.
Were you there for that one?
I was in the building, yeah.
Were you in the building for that one?
Yeah. Couldn't miss Stephen Brett going in, could I, as the greatest match of all time. But listen, like you're saying there, Triple H's went on, Michelle McCool's went on way too long. Yeah. But like you're saying, proper pulled at the heartstrings, Luger getting out the wheelchair. And honestly, the best speech of the night was fucking Typhoon La, Fred Ottman, about Earthquake. Genuinely got me in tears. That, like, you could tell, like, legitimately someone who's not, like, swallowed up by the business, fucking missing his best mate, La. Genuinely. Just, I'll go now, Andy. Proper sad, mate, that. Genuine, that, like, boss.
And hopefully this year we get Bill Eadie mentioning about why he was growing his hair out on the way out of the WWE.
Purely.
So as you mentioned, Abyss out to attack Hardy with the shock treatment, and I think 1 star for this one. It wasn't brilliant.
Oh well, if I'm going, I was going with the others. I'll have to, just by if I went 1.5 of Rhodes and thing, maybe that's 1, and this is 1.5 then, because this was better than the other 2 before it. But it's no praise at all. It's paint by numbers. It's, as you say, you get a bit of old school stuff with Piper and Hall and stuff like that, but 3 matches in a row, Andy, that really ultimately are shite, mate.
Match number 6, we have
No, we did. No, we did. We've missed out here again, Andy. We're still following on Dusty Gatey and Dusty Moore.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot to write that down. I tried to get it out.
All right, yeah. We've got Tracy Brooks and Trinity both flirting with this like backstage hand man or whatever.
Yeah. So you're getting the tits out, weren't you?
It's just awful, absolutely terrible stuff that doesn't get no payoff here. Just Johnny Fairplay gets him. I mean, yeah, what are we doing? What are we at this point doing, Andy? With our lives?
We're searching for clues. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. But anyway,
as you were. Match number 6 now, as we have a triple threat match for the number 1 contendership to the TNA World Title. It's Diamond Dallas Page. This is Big Kev, Kevin Nash, and Monty Brown coming out to his knockoff of Disturbed's Down with the Sickness.
The Sickness, proper knockoff, but I like it, love it. And listen, this is setting up, obviously, the winner of this gets into the main event, don't they, to fight Jeff Jarrett for the world title. And listen, once Nash gets out of there, Andy, it actually turns into a decent match, doesn't it? When it's just DDP and Monty, it actually does escalate, and it actually is a decent match. This
there's a lot with this match where obviously it's a triple threat, but it's very much like 2 wrestlers are having at it. Yeah. And 90% of the time, it's Kevin Nash just stood in the corner waiting to break. He's certainly in taking the money here.
Oh, yeah.
Same as his mate Scott Hall, definitely. But
since 1996, that.
Yeah, but who can blame him? Do the least work for the most money. That's
simple as that. That's life, isn't it, mate?
Them bottles of fucking red wine are not going to pay for themselves, are they?
Yeah, exactly. And once he gets out there, as I say, because like DDP, though, Andy, and I say it a lot, probably. He's probably like, I know Benno loves DDP, but like he's a wrestler, like you can just never not enjoy watching DDP, can you? He'll always bust them. Like I love that spot he does every time where he misses the clothesline with one hand, but then straight away comes back the other way with the other one. His signature stuff always looks good. He always busts them like sit-out power bombs out and stuff like that. Maybe obviously not to Monty here, but just his moveset was fucking brilliant. You know what I mean? It really was.
And he's always looked 53.
Always. He looked older with longer hair when he was younger, didn't he? He did. Yeah. He did, lad, but just put the work in. And I love the fact that when it's just a simple finish, innit? He counters the diamond cutter, pushes him off, and then he goes off. It's the pounce. And we get the deserved winner goes over, which maybe we won't say in the end of this podcast.
But one thing we forgot to mention with this match is elimination is either via pinfall or over-the-top elimination. Now, I wonder how Kevin Nash got eliminated, Mr. I'm not taking a pinfall here, Kevin.
That is just taking the absolute piss, though, isn't it? And it is DDP getting him out, a supposed friend who's got his back and such like that. But DDP did say earlier on he doesn't trust Kevin Nash, didn't he? So, yeah, but it's typical Nash, innit? As you say, not putting the shoulders to the mat, someone who deserves to, brother. But, yeah, just, as I say, get him out of there, and it does turn actually decent, this.
One thing I did want to ask you is, in WCW, when DDP and Kevin Nash were a tag team, were you a fan like me of the Insiders?
Love them. That's my WCW, Andy, innit? That is my, like, against the perfect event, weren't it? At the back end of 2000. I could reel you off, like, love all that stuff.
Because I don't know, it's just me, but I know you probably like you shoot stuff and, going off script as much,
time and place for it, like, but yeah.
What they try to do in the Fed nowadays, but back then, like, you knew if they go off script, you're like, oh, fucking hell, they're giving us a bit of information here and what have you. And I thought it was a good short-lived tag team.
It was, and it was because DDP come back. It gave them, to be fair, it followed on from Nash being the here's me breaking 2000 storylines down here at WCW, as only probably like yourself, though, you'll remember, Andy, like when Coach Nash was the Natural Born Thrillers, and then they turned on him, and then that's how he got DDP back. So there's a method to the madness in 2000. And this probably, I don't think this was Russo, though. This was later on when he'd left, because that's why DDP come back, because he fell out with Russo when he went. DDP come back then. But it gave them two single stars, something to do in the tag team division and trying to get the Thrillers, even though the Thrillers never technically beat them. being associated with them, like, you know, it did kind of get them over. So I did love it. Yeah, love them 2 matches as well, Mayhem and Starcade as well, all the shenanigans. So yeah, big fan of the Insiders, and the only me and you will ever say this on a podcast ever in the world, you know, ever. No one else will ever say that.
I don't think anyone's mentioned the Insiders for forever. No. So I'm glad we both love them.
Thank you, mate.
But it shows, though, you know, talking about that, Kevin Nash wanting to put younger talent over like natural born fillers. Paparazzi Productions, weren't it?
Yeah, listen, yeah. And listen, it's never. Nash is the epitome, but he'll be honest with it as well. He won't be like a Jericho where it's like, look at me, I'm putting my shoulders to the mat or I'm tapping out. Nash will be honest and say, you're getting over by being associated with me. I'm coming to do comedy or, you know, X Division. It's like, it's so obvious that's his gimmick in real life, isn't it? Of like, in wrestling, of taking the piss, etc. So I don't mind Nash for that. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't go around claiming to put people over like other individuals, like I've just mentioned. So yeah, he's all right.
I went 1.75 on that match.
I'll go 2 and 2.5, Andy. I'll up to it. I didn't honestly. Considering the stakes and such like that, and once Nash got out there, keep repeating myself. I did think it actually was a bit serious, and you got your number 1 contender. So I was sucker for stipulations and build up. So yeah, I enjoyed this probably more than I should have.
Match number 7 now is for the
here we go.
TNA tag team titles, which was America's Most Wanted of James Storm and Knock, who's there, Chris Harris, AMW versus Team Canada of Eric Young and Bobby Roode with Scott D'Amore in the corner. This is proper America versus Canada stuff. Now, what we have been through is a proper shitty middle. How are we getting to the icing on the cake here?
Mate, I'll tell you now, this is one of the best matches I've watched in years. I'm going that far with it. Like, honestly, like you put it in one of our group chats and I was like, look, once again, don't look at the card, Andy. I just don't even look at the card, who wins. I just put these events on, especially ones I'm not as familiar with like this. So when I seen you put that in, I thought, oh, that's going to be a belter. That's going to be boss that. Mate, I was blown away. This is everything. If you don't like this match, you don't like wrestling to me. You don't. Like, I'll flat out say to you, I don't think you like wrestling then. And I'm not one of them people. As I've said for years, you like what you like. Don't care what you like as long as you love it. If you're properly invested in it, fair play to you. That's what the business is about, the variety, everything. But this, mate, this should just unite us all. How good was this, Andy? Like, this is
old school heat, isn't it?
Old school tag team wrestling. Like, if anyone hasn't ever seen this, number 1, or number 2 hasn't seen it for years, just go and watch this from the start, though, Andy, because you get a bit of everything. It's 2005, like we're saying. We get the hot start. We get the stuff on the ramp with the bloody head scissors on the ramp, which is a great spot, fitting in with the times. Then it settles down until you get 2 heat spots, don't you, in the match with the tag team, with the hot tags and such. And then when it breaks down with your interference and your stable mates getting involved, which all makes sense, the near falls, Andy, a bit on 2 or 3 of them, mate. Like, this was proper, and the fans are going ballistic from the minute this. Scott D'Amore's amazing, you know, getting handcuffed to the gear that's selling that. It's just Bobby Roode and Eric Young, like, just pro wrestlers, aren't they? They know the roles. Whatever you plug them in, they'll make it work. Especially Bobby Roode, for me. I absolutely fucking love him. He's one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time.
Yeah.
AMW, one of the most underrated tag teams of all time. Even stuff seeing, you know, Robert Roode on one side and James Storm on the other, they'll become beer money. Like
beer money, yeah. They were over.
Everything watching this, mate. Unbelievable. Like, honestly, just go out your way to watch it, guys, if you haven't watched it like in ages or never seen it. It's proper stuff. But it's fun in not the derogatory term for the wrestling, man. It's just proper pro wrestling. This.
I think someone who deserves his flowers in this match is Eric Young. Is because
some of the bumps he takes.
I was saying Shawn Michaels with the bumping. You know,
bumping off the apron, taking the flare bump to the floor, just taking it to the absolute. Like, listen, you got loads of this. Dean Zagari, like I say, he gives one in the ring, then gives it to Young, goes to the floor. You stacked Northern Light suplex, like look nuts, didn't it? I think Harris nearly broke his neck off that. What else have we got? Super kicks. James Storm super kick before he got a bit heavier. Both feet off the floor, Andy, laying it in like a proper super slash drop kick. Love that.
I think as you mentioned, Matty, about the like the hot tags, but a lot of it was Team Canada cutting off,
putting the ring off,
cutting the ring off. It's very much, you know what, like FTR get a claim for now, and you know, proper tag, but it is proper tag team wrestling. You're cutting off, and people want that hot tag.
Building up to it proper.
But I think it was Harris who was like the hot tag to come in, and people want that, you know, bang bang, and then more chaos.
But it's the suplex power bomb as well that they give the AMW, and you think they've won the belts, and they kick out. That's unbelievable. It's the near fall before that where it's once again it's typical TNA. Johnny Devine runs in, hits him with the hockey stick. You think it's over.
There's that one where D'Amore drags the ref out in it.
Yeah.
That's one where they
but then that's what I mean. It starts off with the heels getting obviously but then when you think the faces win with their finisher straight away, they get the kick out. So you're like, fucking hell, this is like unbelievable. Then you get the other one where what a sell off the spinning. Is it the catatonic? Eric Young, what a sell, as a Shawn Michaels-esque, taking bumps off that. But then even it's the other kick out where you think they've won even more, where they put the steel chair down and he takes the bump and he falls onto the steel chair. I think it's Harris. And he kicks out of that because his feet get put on the ropes, don't they? And then you get the finish, mate, which is just, once again, sums it all up. Johnny Devine thinking he's done one, doesn't he? Hitting like the hockey stick from behind like that, but he hits his own man. Oh, just icing on the cake. That, and the more selling when they lose the belt when he's handcuffed. It's theatre, it's wrestling, it's everything you want, isn't it, Andy? It's great. It really is. I think I'm not overselling this. I'm like, it's when you get a match like this you haven't seen in years, and you're like, fuck me, I enjoyed that a lot. It's just different to what we get now. The bollocks, what you see that's meant to be great now. This is proper stuff, mate. This is like, honestly, it's
put your phone down watching, in it. It's like, put the phone away for 20 minutes, concentrate on the match, and there's, I think you might mention the reaction to Storm kicking out, and the camera just pans to Scott D'Amore on the edge and just going,
he's brilliant,
losing his shit. But it adds to the match, innit? Because he's living and dying by his team,
exactly
wanting to win. And as you mentioned, Divine smacks EY with a chair by accident. 1, 2, 3. America's Most Wanted win and win the titles.
Fans go ballistic, don't they?
Yeah.
AMW though, Andy, like their stuff with Triple X in the Asylum days, like they were some good tag matches. Them, and obviously you get them in the Impact Zone. And when I mentioned the Cage War, that's the payoff in it to their feud, where one of the teams has to disband. That's what happens in that match, isn't it? So. And do they have an Iron Man match as well? I'm sure they do, don't they?
They might have been, but it's very similar, you know, as it went on with them two. That very similar to the Hardys. Put them against each other. It didn't work. You know, the blindfold matches.
They're an underrated tag team though, on the AMW. They should get more flowers. Them, they were really fucking good.
It's very much an era. Like if you ever cover it on Grapple, one to, you know, look back on, or if anyone's doing King of the Mountains on there, it's definitely ones people should pick out. 5 stars for me.
Mate, it might sound outrageous, but I haven't honestly, best match. I've sat down, as you say, Andy, and just been sucked in, living and dying by the near falls. As I say, just away from the modern stuff as well, Andy. I know that I keep harping on about that, but you're so conditioned, aren't you, of what's good now and what you're told's good when it's not. There's some stuff that's just gets said it's good when it's not, and the opposite, like, you know what I mean. But this is just like proper. Sit yourself down, enjoy it, have a good time. Because if you don't, for me, as I said before, you're a fan of this business. Like this is amazing stuff all around. Everyone playing the roles, a good heated crowd. As I say, definitive baby faces and heels, the stable, as you say, the manager, the commentators, the dramaticness, the hot start, the near falls. What more do you need?
Exactly.
Oh, probably something like a fucking, I don't know what, but I'm not going into it. I'll leave it. I'm going to have a heart attack here one day, aren't I? But anyway.
Match number 8 is the Ultimate X match. If you thought that match was excellent, well, They're going to hit you with another punch here of the Ultimate X match with AJ Styles versus Chris Sabin versus P.T. Williams. Now,
the most influential wrestler of the last 20 years, P.T. Williams, and he is though. Like people might laugh at that. It's no, genuinely, like, and I verbatim, and I've said this many a time, but Andy, seriously, you're saying about going to Mike's, you're saying about, like, you know, going to get your DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time, like, before this, it was the Van Terminator, where you're like, fuck me, you need to see this move. When Van Damme brought that out in 2000, the Van Terminator, yeah, when he'd done the coast to coast. This was like, as I say, like, if there's any modern fans that will see Destroyers every week, you don't understand how groundbreaking this move was, Andy. At the time, you were like, what? He does a flip and pass? Like, what? And you had to see this for your own eyes. And this is before, like, YouTube, and you were blown away, weren't you? It's like, fuck me, you wanted to see him win because you wanted to see him hit this move. And it's Jake Roberts' DDT stuff. Love P.T. Williams for it. He always teased it. You go for it all the time. It's instant what you should do. Your big move like that, you always tease it because the fans want to see it as well, whether you're a heel or not. Just what a move, like, genuinely.
I don't know if it's just me, but when I even watch it nowadays, that move, I'm still trying to work out how people do it.
But he done it better because people listen. I'm no fucking athlete. But like people get the running head start on how to do it now, and fair play. He's literally grabbing you. That's why it was good for the powerbomb or pile driver and flipping over and doing it. It's remarkable. And AJ takes it like a fucking saint as only he can in this match as well.
All I want to know, Matty, how many of them were you giving to Crewy in the school?
Mate, we kept it stunners and rock bottoms, mate. Few pedigrees and chokeslams in there as well.
Did you go knee first like Kane?
Oh, for me, pedigrees, one knee, always.
One knee.
Yeah, always one knee. Both hands down as well, like the Rock, so I can push off.
This match, it just out of nowhere, it starts with AJ diving on both Petey and Sabin. A lot of stuff with the climb, like obviously the climbing,
angling down in it, like the missed forearms and spots like that, which you'd expect at the time, and the Hurricane Rana off the top of the wire to AJ by Sabin is a great spot. You've got, like, the Canadian Destroyer. It gets holy shit chance, Andy. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it was like at the time.
This was probably in its infancy as a match, weren't it? The Ultimate X.
I think it started in the Asylum, didn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it did. But this is, let me have a look. This is one of the early ones. Let's have a look.
Because I don't think they've really done it in recent time, you know, since the Feds got involved with TNA. But it like any gimmick, it sort of runs its course because you've seen everything with it, haven't you? Basically, I think I don't know. Did you ever see? Because TNT. In the UK.
Yeah, I seen one. Yeah, I seen one, yeah. Andy, I can tell you, mate, right? This was the 6th Ultimate X match in history.
Right.
The first one was Michael Shane defeated Sabin and Kazarian in 2003. Then you had Sabin again defeating Shane, Daniels, Low-Key. Sabin again defeated Hector Garza and P.T. Williams. And another Sabin defeated Eric Skipper's son, Jay Dutt, as well.
So he was like the glue.
Sabin's gimmick, really, when you broke it down. Like, and the last one, Andy, was one in April 2025, where Moose defeated Casey Navarro, Leon Slater, Matt Cardona, El Hijo del Vikingo, and Sidney Akeem. What a lineup that is!
What a flippy guys! I bet Moose weren't taking any bumps there either.
We've had women's ones over the years, Andy. We had Giselle Shaw defeating Zia Brookside, Jodie Fred, Tasha Steeles, Alicia Edwards, Danny Luna. What else have we had? We've had a tag team one in there. Bullet Club against Machine Guns. Yeah, it's been a lot. There's been an absolute 54. There's been in history. So there's your Ultimate X facts and figures for you guys there.
So there was stuff in here, weren't there? The one I enjoyed was the overhead shot of P.T. Williams doing a Hurricane Rana onto Sabin.
Yeah.
Where it's like hanging, and I think Sabin was up in the air from AJ hanging him, and you just see Petey going along and then doing the hurricane, and it looked fucking dangerous how he landed.
But this, like you say, Matt, about matches and like literally testing the endurance and stamina and strength of wrestlers. This is the one, like you'd hate to be booked in this unless you were up for it. Getting across, as you said, I'd be needing the people, the two wrestlers to guide me along with my feet, just to literally go like that. I was no good on the climbing frames and the bars back in the day, but that's some good stuff. So it's a proper endurance test, this match.
Yeah, I think there was like the
triple factor in it, Andy. It's like
a little bit, yeah. You can instead of Mike Tenay on comms, you have fucking Gordon Burns.
Yeah.
You had the triple reverse DDT, which the crowd like fucking really pop for.
Listen, the razor's edge into the buckles by Sabin to Williams. Fucking hell, he put him through the buckles.
Yeah. Did it better than Seth Rollins, who just manages to injure people when he does that maneuver. The finish of this match, though.
Oh, mate. But how good's it? Like, if you want drama and you want like a spectacular finish, this is great.
It's very similar to, where they had like Devon hanging from the belt in TLCs, but you've got two wrestlers there fighting over it, and then AJ's literally goes right through the middle of them, manages to tap the belt out of their hands, and then it fucking falls down in his hands.
Because that's one on paper where someone's come up with the idea, and even in the writer's room, you'd be like, oh, that sounds boss on paper, but can it be done in real life? Can it come across good?
That's a one-take job, isn't it?
And that, he nailed it, because it's live. As you say, even like the tug of war over the belt, and he comes in, it's like, nailed it. And then some of the lads here, like, fair play. Brilliant.
And as we mentioned earlier about Don West, this is a point where he does lose his fucking shit, doesn't he? He loves it.
Yeah, loves it, mate. It is. I mean, I'd have it just a bit below the tag match, Andy, maybe 4 stars for me. But this is good as well. This is good.
I went 4.5 on it, but a little bit lower than obviously the 5-star tag match. But it's just excellent to watch because you're looking back at the time, and as you mentioned, it's like the sixth version of this match, so still very new. But nowadays, if you see Ultimate X matches, ladder matches, you've run out of spots, haven't you?
It's a in the building match, innit?
Yeah.
Now, like at WrestleMania, like dating this obviously podcast, but I can't wait for that 6-way ladder match. Even on paper, it's like, Rusev and Dragon Lee, Javon Evans. It's like, but in the building, that I'm going to enjoy seeing that in front of my eyes than I would on TV.
Match,
it is. It's a fun party match, as you say. Get involved, like so. Always a sucker, though, Andy. Always a sucker for them type of matches.
I think was this at the point where we had the end to the who's found the clues for Dusty.
And Fair Play ends up on the deck, doesn't he, in the car park. And Dusty's happy, and then makes them go and find a tag team each for another Impact. Like, that payoff is all that night. We've waited for all that. Like, yeah.
Shite.
Absolute bollocks.
Maybe the next series title, that absolute bollocks.
No, just bollocks, Andy. That's the next title of this. No, we are, mate, just bollocks. There's enough of bollocks in this world, mate. And that was some fucking bollocks. I literally sat through all that fucking pay-per-view for that payoff. Johnny Fairplay, Dusty Rhodes. Oh, fuck me, lad.
Main event now, and probably the reason why we're here, it's for the TNA heavyweight title. It is Monty Brown. Oh, wow. Can he hit the bounce? Period. On the one and only, the Alex Shane of TNA. It's Jeff Jarrett.
Listen. And I mean, the match itself is not shite. That's why you didn't put this in. It's not this all-time turkey or this all-time like bad match, is it? It's the fact of, once you say it's Jeff being Jeff, Triple J. It's all this, like, I know we have a little bit of fun with Jeff, but come on. he was an arsehole in TNA, wasn't he? Let's be honest.
He
was like up there with Triple H. Like at this point, he was hated on the forums. He was fucking hated because Triple H is doing it to like Van Damme, Booker T. But once again, like this is Jeff Jarrett's doing it to the IWC people though, of your Christopher Daniels, your low key, AJ Styles. You know what I mean? He's
Eric
doing it towards Eric. Hey, he was IWC before the term was invented, mate. But he's doing it to like the darlings, isn't he? You know what I mean? Yeah. So he's getting pelters on the forums. But it's like, this is Monty Brown, who, like, once again, like a Batista figure. I see him as. He's and a Sid Vicious, a universally, no matter what your tastes in wrestling are, you like Monty Brown, don't you? Because he was good, and he's a great, you know what I mean, an all-rounder, like, and
the mannerisms, weren't it? Though,
give him the title, like, just give him it. And I say on our latest Ask Grapple, it doesn't have to be a 6-year run. It doesn't have to be a 6-month run. Just give him the belt and see how he does with it. And if it fails, all right, move on, give it a go, because it's earned and deserved. Like, there's not enough of that in wrestling anymore, or even if there ever has been, if it ever has been, to be honest. But yeah, this is just the finish, isn't it? Like, everything about it, Andy. It's your typical shenanigans, which Jeff gets lambasted for that, but I do like, because Jeff's that old school worker, Andy. He does lay the bumps out good. He's a bit creative with that, you know what I mean? The quick timing of them all. I appreciate the way he does them more than most, but it's just the fact he just wins, really, isn't it? That's the whole top and bottom of why I think you picked this one, mate, because it should have been Monty Brown's crown and night, and he gets 3 strokes and he gets pinned, mate.
But it's very much starts off typical Jeff Jarrett match, or as I know from the FWA, typical Alex Shane match, as it goes off out into the crowd, do a bit of brawling. When they come back, I noticed someone in the crowd with a cutout of Dolly Parton for some reason. Monty gets sent out into Don and Mike in the the commentary table, and then he gets a fucking one of them wheelie chairs chucked on him. Now, I've worked in an office for many a year, and Matty knows about working in an office. Them wheelie chairs are fucking heavy and cumbersome.
Yeah, once again, you give me PTSD for going in the nurse's office and work, Andy. Thanks for that, mate. But
sorting the printer out as ever.
Oh, mate, it's every morning, Andy. Honestly, it's a running joke. I like to print my stuff off early, so my work set out, like any bit of paperwork shite, I like to get it done early. And every morning I press that print button, right, and I just sit there, nice and relaxed, as much as I can be these days, Andy. And I just wait for that little box to come up in the bottom right-hand side of that computer screen to say, error with your print. And each time it happens, Andy, you can see more steam coming out of my ears, mate. I'm like a runaway locomotive at this point. You can just see it coming out the top of my head and my ears and my mouth everywhere. It's coming everywhere. And I bite my tongue, Andy, because I'm, you know me, I think I'm a nice man. I'm a professional. I don't like to, but some days, like the other week, I just couldn't help myself. It's like, how hard is it? You need printing stuff yourself, these people. Switch it on and off. Literally just go bang, bang, and it'll be done. There's no hardness about it. You don't have to ring no one. You don't have to ask anyone, because everyone knows how to switch a button on and off. You know what I mean? That's what the bare minimum in life should be. You can switch a button on and off, Andy. But anyway, I digress, mate.
Don't get me started on how to change a toner.
Mate.
People.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to wrestling people, lots of Jeff Jarrett wearing down Monty with chin locks and knee bars before Randy Orton made it popular. You do have a great manoeuvre in here by Monty Brown, a one-armed spinning net breaker.
Oh, unreal, mate.
Did you think you catch the name of this move?
No, what was it?
The Circle of Life, like the Lion King.
Not bad. Not bad. I bet you're a fan of that song, Old Reg Dwight, isn't it? It is, isn't it?
But once he hits out, oh, God, here we go. The ref bumps are here. Monty gets caught with a guitar. 1, 2, kick out. Monty hit with the chair, but doesn't budge. You have more ref bollocks. Jarrett takes a guitar shot. Monty ready for the pin. 1, 2. Jeff Jarrett's shoulder.
Jeff Jarrett never ever puts his shoulder. He just lifts his hands up like he's doing a dance, doesn't he? Like that.
He does, yeah.
The fuck's he doing?
The crowd at this stage is just chanting.
I think this retconning and Jeff and Dustin Rhodes needs questioning for me, Andy. In certain patches of the career, I love the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Loved the Chosen One. Look, always wanted a Slapnuts t-shirt. If I see one knocked off now, I'll probably buy one. I'm dying for a Slapnuts t-shirt. Love NWO Silver 2000, which Jeff was a part of.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, this era, this is bad, Andy. He should have lost this match. There's no need for him to go over. The way he goes over, there's just zero need for it.
As you mentioned, guitar shot, stroke, ×3, low blow, 1, 2, 3, crowd are pissed off.
Are you surprised though? Just, yeah. I mean, the match, is what it is. It's not the worst match you'll ever watch at all. If you like that style of match, of course, you're going to, it's fine. But no, just it's the finish. It's the wrong result and the way it happens as well. Just even when it's like Jeff's playing heel, of course, but it's almost like he's got a smile on his face when he's getting the pin. You can see it, you know what I mean? He's winding people up, and I know that's heelish, but it's like you've just been through a war with Monty Brown and a monster. Have a bit more something about you. Do you know what I mean? But anywho, it's Jeff at this point.
But you think he'd think probably back to his days in Memphis. I know they say, "Oh, keep him hanging on for the pop and that," but there is times when you just got to go with.
Yeah, you have, and this was a time. As I say, this was a time, definitely, 100%. But as I say, it's Jeff at this point where the streets never forget the hate he got, Andy, at this time, though, mate. Bloody hell.
The streets knew, yeah. Especially Mike Skinner. So that's the end of the.
How did it come to this, Andy? How did it come to this, mate? You know what I mean?
Dry your eyes, mate.
I'm gonna say you're fitting, Andy, really, aren't you, mate? Come on.
Thank you. This show, anyway. The question as ever on this show is shite or not shite. That is the question, Matthew.
You know what, Andy? There's a lot of absolute shite littered all the way through this show. Absolute garbage, nonsense, bollocks, bottom of the barrel, runny, having a curry, having a Chinese, having pure orange juice, shite, right? We're talking the worst fucking runs you've ever had in your whole existence.
Lobster pot on a bad day.
Lobster pot. Just as I say, hot cups of tea. Fucking Rennies. Did they even make you go to the toilet? I don't know. Just hot water. Anything that just makes you literally go for the shit. That's what was served up here. And Raven and Eric Watts is the epitome of that.
Yeah.
But I can't call something shite for as bad as all that was, and for as long a period as the whole duration of the show was. Chuck in your Dusty Rhodes stuff, Andy. Chuck in your Johnny Fairplay stuff of absolute rotten. Johnny and Bonnie Rotten put together. Rotten stuff, this, right? But that tag match, mate, I'm being positive here. I can't give anything, for as much as I've slated it there, I can't give any show that got that tag match because I've had such a good time with it. And the Ultimate X, don't get me wrong, that was there as well. But that tag match, honestly, it's the best thing I've watched in years. I absolutely adored that. I fucking loved it.
Is he very much like that WrestleMania where Undertaker, Shawn Michaels had the only good match on that Mania?
25.
25, yeah.
Yeah. It was. I can't if I watch that match again in 6 months, all right, it might be good, but I mightn't be going over the top. It's just, when you just sit down and you've
not seen it for a while. And
you're not expecting it. Because as I say, when I seen the 4 workers in there, I thought, that'll be good, that. But when you don't expect it to blow you away like that, maybe it's a one lightning in a bottle watch again. But honestly, go out your way to watch it, guys and listeners here, because let us know as well your feedback on it, or if you remember it, or if it is one of your matches, because maybe we're going a bit over the top, but I don't think we are, because it was fucking boss.
So not shite.
Not shite after all that, mate. Yeah, not shite.
Myself, not shite again. similar reasoning as Matty. I think the two basically a 4.5-star match and a 5-star match cancel out a lot of terrible wrestling on this show with some people are really just phoning it in. Obviously, you've got the main event where it was the wrong result, but it's a 3-star brawl around the arena Jeff Jarrett match. And you know me, I like me Alex Shane matches, which I give 4.5 stars to. So
same here, yeah, totally. You get the formula, and
I love the bollocks sometimes of
course,
wrestling.
Yeah.
But I think what is it? 2 hours and 50-minute run time. It goes fast.
It does. It does make that's the thing of it. And as you say there, that's always the beauty of putting this type of show on, where you remember some matches and the card, like we said before. I love doing all that, where you're going in totally blind and you're like, oh God, this, like I say, when I seen Kid Cash and Dustin Rhodes getting a video back, Raven and Eric Watts getting a video package, I was like, this has been built up on telly for a month. Like, what the fuck is going on here? So yeah, and just the randomness of some of the pairings there as well, which I have slated, but it adds to like just, you know, the all-round experience of like doing a show like this. So yeah, it's definitely not shite because of their matches, but there's an absolute lot of fucking proper dross on here. Yeah.
So that's the show done with, and we've just got a little bit of a game now. Probably tagline it when they were fucked.
Okay.
It's the age game. And we're going to start off with, this is what age they were at the time of this show.
Okay.
Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah. Well, he's still early 30s here. Say he's 21 in 91.
Yeah.
He's got to be 34 here.
36.
Oh, okay. A little bit older, but still, yeah, in the ballpark.
Higher or lower? BG James.
Oh, it's going to be close, this. Oh, he's another one. Like, been around since he was like 12. Me instinct went higher. I'll stick with it, but I could be wrong, but I'm going with me gut instinct. Higher, 37.
He's actually same age as Dustin at 36, but younger by about a month.
Fucking hell. Trick question, that one, and
yeah,
even though he technically is younger, I suppose. So yeah, it's not.
Higher or lower than 36, Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, these are all territory born into the business wrestlers. Oh, they're all the same age. Oh God, he's younger. He's about. Don't tell me Jeff Jarrett's like 34. Yeah.
So you say younger?
I'd say lower, yeah.
Jeff Jarrett is actually older at 37.
Fucking hell. A man who's 30 shouldn't be having that haircut and that dress sense, even in this time period.
They shouldn't. Higher or lower? Monty Brown.
Oh, he was another old guy coming in, weren't he? I'd say, oh God, for all this clamour, age doesn't matter, does it? It's the right guy at the right time. I would say he is. I'm going again. I'm terrible today on this. I'm going older, Andy.
You'd be wrong, Matty. You're off your game here. Speedbolt's going back in the garage here. 35.
Okay.
So higher or lower than Monty Brown? Chris Daniels.
These are all good ones because they're close, these. So Chris Daniel. Higher.
So Chris Daniels, you say, is higher than Monty. Actually, lower. He's 34 here.
Fucking hell.
Higher or lower than a Chris Daniels? R-Truth.
These are all similar ages. He's 53 now. So he's 33. He's younger.
That's correct. He's 32 here.
First one I've got right, I think.
Old Ron.
Yeah.
Ron Killings. Higher or lower? Scott D'Amore.
Oh, God almighty. He's younger. Don't tell me that man's in his 20s.
So Scott
Don't
D'Amore,
tell me that man is in his 20s.
Scott D'Amore is younger than R-Truth. That is correct. 30-year-old Bob-omb.
Jesus Christ.
I know. You'd have him as like older, wouldn't you? But he's got such a baby face.
Baby face, yeah, definitely.
And the final one is higher or lower than Scott D'Amore at 30-year-old Jeff Hardy. Now, people think at this time a lot of these wrestlers are on the way out.
Washed up. Yeah, finished.
Washed up at mid-30s.
So Jeff Hardy was in 16 in 96. Wait there a minute. Wait there 1 minute, or 18. Jeff Hardy can't be like 26 here. He can't be. I'm going like 26, Jeff Hardy.
Matty, so he is younger than Scott D'Amore at 30-year-old. Jeff Hardy, 27. A plastic Jeff Hardy.
No, finished now, isn't he? He's finished. Mate. I mean, I knew he wasn't going to come up, but how old was Dusty Rhodes on this show, Andy? Come on, you've got to go and check that.
Oh, Dusty. Let's have a check.
He's got to be 50s, hasn't he? If he's in his 40s, I'll pack him.
So 59.
Fuck, that's all right then, yeah. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all past it, them wrestlers, supposedly.
And no one over the age of 37. No one. Jeff was the oldest, weren't he, at 37?
Yeah. The problem is here, Matty, they're all younger than us.
Yes, exactly, mate. Exactly. Just shows you, doesn't it?
It does.
Anyway, we're still here, Andy. We're still thriving, mate, in our 40s. Well, I'm not 40 yet. I've got another couple of months for that, actually. I'm still in my late 30s, so maybe that'll all change the minute of midnight on June the 18th.
Yeah, Cinderella hour.
Cinderella, I'll be finished.
Matty, where can we follow you, or what plugs do you have?
Welcome. What plugs do we have? Well, I've got like me travel plugs for America. I've got me laptop plug here, Andy. I've got you put me under pressure putting these plugs out there. But yeah, no, obviously you can find my good self along with the full set. JP is back, and we're glad to have him back over on Grapple there, along with Benno and Gareth. And yeah, thank you to yourself for filling in as well, Andy, when you've come in on them shows, mate. As always, good to have you on, mate. But yeah, we're over at Grapple Day. We're all back. We're getting ready for the biggest week of the year, really, Andy, in the wrestling bubble, in the IWC, in the wrestling world, whatever you want to call it, mate.
Dynasty weekend.
Well, Dynasty started, to be fair. Tony Khan's learned his lesson, tagged on to the biggest week of the year. It's Grapple Mania 8, where we'll break down everything from, as you say there, Dynasty on April the 12th, running right the way through to 7 days later, with WrestleMania being in Las Vegas. And yeah, the lads will be covering the shows. I'll be doing a preview with Benno. They'll be covering all the indie shows. And
I'm on one of those.
You're on one of those, mate. Yeah, good stuff, mate. And I'll be
covering progress.
Yes, as only you can, Andy. As only you can. And I'll be sending me audio in directly from America as well. So I hope everyone can give that a little listen to see what I'm up to as I'm over there for the big show itself. But yeah, that's over at Patreon. You can subscribe to that, patreon.com/grapple. And you get all the other stuff, Andy, as you know, weekend shows, Patreon shows every weekend, where we do mainly retro shows, but we have quizzes. We have bloody 5-to-1 tier list. We're fitting in with all the other YouTubers at the minute with the tier list. So yeah, also you can be a member at youtube.com/@grapple as well, and join us there for the video form and stuff like that. Getting better, aren't I, Andy? Getting better but there's a lot, as I say. If you like any of this, like me and Andy similar chat, head over to Grapple. We're all in the same space. We're all in the same age group. We're all in the same taste and such. So yeah, give us a follow. There's always free trials as well, or 99p memberships you can sign up for. So yeah, be grateful if you can check us out, Andy, and thank you very much.
No problem. Anytime, mate. Follow me, this podcast at GCP Podcast 1 on Twitter. You can't follow me normal account, as I'm suspended due to the great Strigger hacking scandal of Twitter Town. But you can go to my Instagram at Andy Ogden 1984. And next time, we will be returning for episode 3 of Shite, which I'll let you into something now. It is going to be, was 2019 shite? As we look at Crown Jewel 2019, which features Cain Velasquez on there, Tyson Fury, and joining us for that will be Matty once again, and the returning Michael Amphlett, who we seem to serve up all these great shows for Mr. Amphlett, don't we?
Of course, mate. I mean, this is going to be like one for the ages, I'd say, because I don't think going in here, I think we're automatically just assuming it's shite, and I think we'll come out watching every bit of it saying it's a weird, worse than shite, Andy. That's what I'm going on. It's going to be, that's part of the fun, mate, and I can't wait to revisit this, but Jesus Christ, mate, you do pick some good ones. Does that even make sense? Some good, bad ones, or some gad ones? You make our own words up. Some gad ones, Andy. We'll dissect it, mate.
So it will be the pay-per-view, but we'll also be talking about the events of 2019, because it's sort of like Amphllett's bad year is 2019, and your bad year is 2009, which we will cover later on in the year. So you're not getting off easily there, Mr. Edwards.
Just the way I expect and like it, Andy.
Brilliant stuff, fella. Great to have you on as ever. And
thank you, mate.
Thanks for listening, listeners, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.